Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany Hansen with Hooked for Hope. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make a tassel, a yarn tassel. So a little while ago I did make a video called the tassel throw where I made a blanket and then I showed how to make a tassel to hang from the blanket. And I thought I could do a much better job at showing you how to make a tassel. So in this video today, I'm going to show you the most simple way I have found to make a tassel, and these are so cute. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to attach your tassel to an actual project. Before I explain that, I just want to say if at any point you do like my video, please push the thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss any of my videos. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to attach the tassel that we make to an actual project. So what I have here is my most recent shawl that I have made, and I'm going to attach a tassel onto the corner of my shawl. That way you can see how to attach a tassel to your project, whether it be a scarf, a blanket, a shawl, a beanie, whatever you're working on that you want to attach a tassel to. That way you know how to do it. I've actually also seen some super cute garlands, which is just a strip of yarn that has little tassels hanging from it. They're absolutely adorable. So let's go ahead and dive right into the materials that you're going to need to make a tassel. When it comes to materials, you just need, obviously, yarn. Go ahead and pick whatever color that you think would complement the project that you are working on. You need a crochet hook. It really doesn't matter what size crochet hook because we really just need the hook part of it to grab the yarn. A pair of scissors to cut all the yarn. And you will need something to wrap the yarn around. So I have 3 different examples here, all of different measurements. It all depends on how big you want your tassel to be. So if you want just a little itty bitty tassel, like this guy right here, I made this guy using a deck of cards. Okay, so that is about 3 inches right there. Okay, so this is the size I wanted, so I just used a deck of cards. Or you can have a much longer, much bigger tassel, and in this case I used a book, the side of a book, just like that. Okay, so you just need to find a hard, stable object that you can wrap your yarn around. And if you can't, some people have used cardboard too. It's a little less solid, a little more flimsy. This part seemed to just keep folding in on me because that's where the bend was in my box that I cut up. Just look for anything that is solid, that is going to hold shape, and you can use that. Sound good? You can use any yarn. I have here a tassel that I made out of a really bulky size yarn, and I will talk a little bit about how many wraps you will need depending on if you're using one yarn or another. Sound good? Okay, so those are just the materials that you're going to want to have on hand when you are making your tassel. Cool? All right, with this demonstration, I just wanted you to see that tassels can be made in all shapes and sizes too. You can really play around with many different aspects of a tassel to make it personalized to whatever you want it to be. You can make a tassel really long and really fat, like this one. So for example, this tassel right here was made with regular size 4-weighted yarn, and this one has 120 wraps. I went around the item of choice. I think I used the book for this item. I went around the book 120 times. Okay, the more wraps that you have around the item, the thicker that it's going to be. For example, this one right here was made the same exact dimensions. I used the same item to wrap around. They're both a size 4-weighted yarn, but this one was only 70 wraps compared to this one, which was 120 wraps. So depending on how many times you wrap that yarn around that item, it's going to become bulkier and bulkier. Okay, the less amount of times you wrap, the thinner and thinner that tassel is going to be. Okay, this right here was made with a super bulky yarn, so I only had to wrap around the item 10 times to get my desired tassel shape. Okay, and then this little guy, super cute, I wrapped him 40 times. I wrapped the yarn around the card box 40 times. Okay, so he is shorter, yes, but he also is fuller. Sound good? So you could also make a little short tassel that's really, really thin also. So depending on what you're attaching the tassel to will also depend on how bulky or tall or long or short that you want your tassel to be, whether it be a blanket, a shawl, a scarf, a beanie, a jacket. It's going to be personalized to whatever you want it to be. So I just wanted you to see the differences on how you can make a tassel and what more wraps will do compared to less wraps. Sound good? All right, so the yarn that I'm going to be using to make my tassel is a size 4 weighted yarn. It's in this color cream because I think that will just complement my shawl the best. So I'm going to make my tassel about 5 inches long. So I chose the book option. So I'm going to start my wrap with the yarn lined up on the edge, and I'm going to wrap around 1. So I'm going to want my tassel to be on the medium side, so I'm going to wrap my book 70 times. If I wanted a more bulkier tassel, I would wrap my book 120 times. And if I wanted a really thin tassel, I'd probably wrap my book about 40 times. You don't necessarily have to have a count. That should just help guide you. But you can really wrap as many times as you desire to make the thickness of the tassel that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this book 70 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 70. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to go 70 or 120 or 40. You can wrap as many times as you want for your desired tassel width. Just make sure that you keep count. That way, if your project has more than one tassel, if you're making more than one tassel for that project, you can keep your tassels the same size as each other. That would be super important, that you wrap each tassel the same number of times for that project. Sound good? Super important. Okay, so I just wrapped 70 times. Now I'm going to cut my yarn on the same side that I started with. So because I started with my yarn on this side, I'm going to cut my yarn on the same side. Okay, set that over there. Now I'm going to cut a piece of yarn that is 10 inches long. I'm going to cut it right at 10 inches. Grab my crochet hook. Again, any crochet hook will work. Okay, bunch the yarn so you can stick your crochet hook through, like a clean, all the way through. Take your yarn, grab that, pull it through the project. There we go. Okay, go ahead and shimmy the yarn to the top of the book. Perfect. All right, and then tie a knot. Make it a tight knot, really secure. Okay, do that one more time. Perfect. So these strings are going to be the strings that we use to attach the tassel to the project. Go ahead and take the tassel off of the object. Move that over. Okay, got that circle right there. Okay, take your scissors. Insert your scissors into the loop. And then pull your 2 strings tight. That way all those strands are taut, and start cutting. Perfect. Okay. All cut. Looks great. Find our 2 strands right there. Perfect. There we go. Okay, now you want to cut a 20-inch piece of yarn. Cutting at 20 inches. Okay, so this string we're going to lay flat. And I'm going to lay the tassel on top of the string. Okay, you want the top of the tassel to be about 1 inch above the line, because we want the head of the tassel to be about 1 inch length. Okay, grab your 2 ends, tie a knot. Make it tight. Perfect. Let's do that again. Very, very nice. Great. Put your 2 strips together. Line them up side by side so they're not twisting. And we're going to go ahead and follow the tassel head just like that. By doing this, keeping these 2 side by side and not twisting, it just makes a very clean look. Okay, when you get to the point where you have about 2 inches left on one side of your yarn, grab your crochet hook, insert it into that strap that we were just making, grab the yarn, pull it through, but not all the way, still want to hang on to it a little bit, yarn over again and pull through that loop to make a knot. Great, make that tight. And that secures the work, and then it just blends in with the rest of the tassel. All right, guys, so that's how you make this tassel. If we want to clean up the bottom just so it all looks even and looks really nice, you lay it flat, take your scissors, and go ahead and just trim up all those little bits. Nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take this tassel over to our project, and I'm going to show you how to attach this to the actual project. Okay, so here is the shawl that I want to attach my tassel to. I'm going in the corner of my work, so I'm going to take a crochet hook. Again, it doesn't matter what size. I'm going to insert my crochet hook into the corner piece of that shawl. And take one strand and pull it through that corner piece. Great. And tie these together, tie a knot with these 2 strings. Make it double knot, that way it stays. Okay, so just by knotting this is not secure enough to hold onto this tassel. We want to definitely make this a stronger hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through that corner stitch, take both of those yarns, pull them through. Then I'm going to go follow this tassel head through the middle and take those strings and pull those 2 strings through the middle of that tassel head. Okay, pull that tight so it really just connects that work, and pull back through that same space, pull them back through. And that is a very secure hold onto your work. I'm going to go through these 2 strings right here. Boom, right there. Yarn over. Don't pull all the way through. Yarn over, pull through that loop. There we go. And there is your secure hold. So what you'll do next to hide these strings, because we want to hide those strings, find the neck of your tassel, insert your crochet hook into the neck of the tassel, yarn over those 2 little tails, and pull them into the tassel. And they just blend in, just like that, guys. There's your tassel. It looks beautiful. There we go. All right, guys, what do you think of my tassel? I think it looks great. I think the color matches so well with my actual shawl that I made. I really hope that you liked this video on how to make a tassel. I hope that you found it very simple. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, and also check out this video right here and this video right here. Both are recommended for you to just also continue watching. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you with my next video. Bye, guys.